like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is something that's just truly amazing to me. I mean, like, genuinely, truly amazing to me. The Star Wars Hotel, which I was plutzing for. They're teaching a bit of a Jewish word there. Plutzing. And plutzing is very much wanting. I'm plutzing to go to when I'm like, how am I going to, I live in Israel. How am I going to work out to fly to America and afford to go there with, like, I don't know. And the Disney Star Wars theme park, I was so insanely excited about it, and I tell you, the good Lord moves in mysterious ways, because he did indeed answer my prayers by making it something that I will have no desire to go to whatsoever, like none whatsoever. Listen, I first heard about this back when, you know, the Disney Star Wars was just started, and it seemed like it'd be good. Like, I freaking love Disney, right? Back then, I lived in Florida. Fine, before we get into this, like, share, subscribe. We got a lot to talk about. Like, share, subscribe. That's really freaking awesome. Thank you very much. It's the thing that us independent content creators need you to do more than anything else. Like, share, subscribe, comment. That is great. The algorithm, it just eats that up. If you're subscribed on YouTube, please make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching on Rumble, hit the Rumble button, baby. It's always fun to say. Hit the Rumble button. Subscribe there, over there as well. Sign up to my Substack. It's in the video notes. I put out it's my email newsletter. I send out all the all the content I do, which is basically comment, all the content I do. Plus, I put lots of comic strips out there, but I try and put fun stuff on. Like, lots of, I have a paid one as well. You want to send me a couple of bucks? I won't stop you, right? There's $5 a month. I put out more exclusive comics on that. I will definitely gladly accept your patronage. But you know who really should be paying me? Frickin' Disney, right? Frickin' Disney. So this is the thing that blows my mind. I did this I went over this on my live stream last night, and I think it's something the world needs to see, right? Because I love Star Wars, obviously. I've always loved Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars, and I love Disney. I used to live in Miami, and I basically moved to Israel when my season pass for Disney ran out. Because what's the point of staying? Now, Disney, why do I love Disney so much? Because it was awesome. Like, those Disney parks were the best service I've had in my entire life. And they had a range of level hotels. And I stayed in all of them, right? I've stayed in the cheapy ones. I stayed in the expensive ones. Last time I actually stayed in Disney was in Disneyland rather than Disney World. And here's a tip. If you're going to Disney, and I don't recommend it anymore, right? But here's a tip. Always stay on property, right? It's always worth it to stay on property. The more you subsume yourself in the whole Disney experience, which means spending a lot more money, the better time you have. And you do have a much better time. You get let into the parks early. And it was just wonderful, right? And if they screw up, it's even better, because then they do anything to make you happy. At one time, our room wasn't ready on time. This is in the Contemporary Hotel in Florida. I said, look, normally I never would complain about this sort of thing. But, I remember coming here when I was a kid to the Contemporary Hotel in Disney in Florida with my parents, and it stayed with me my entire life. And it did, because it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And it was the best time. So I was excited to come in with my kids. They upgraded us to a room. That was incredible. But the best room we ever had at Disney was in when we were there for Christmas about 10 years ago, right, in Disney World, Disneyland. And the room, the suite was incredible. You opened it up, because I was there with my 4 kids, so we needed a bigger suite. But you opened it up, and there was this big room, and then you open up, there was another big room. Open up, there's another big room. We had the beds were incredible, the food's incredible, everything is just the best quality you can imagine. And them doing Star Wars was great. I mean, I used to love the Star Wars stuff at it was called MGM at the time. I'm not sure. I think they call it Hollywood Studios now. Again, just Star Wars was kind of crap, but they built it wasn't life size, but it was a pretty big Walker, and he had a crashed Snowspeeder, just wonderful. So I was so psyched for Disney getting Star Wars, and I loved The Force Awakens, right? I was like, when it ended, I was like, how did it end? Oh no! And then it all went south, didn't it? So anyway, this Disney hotel is just terrible, absolutely terrible. The quality of it seems really, really, really low. Well, not low. The quality of it seems like their budget hotel. Like, we stayed at the swanky hotels. They also had the cheaper hotels. So back in the early 2000s, it was about $120, $140 a night for like the budget hotels. Pop Century was the one. They had bunch of, and they're lovely, right? Their service fantastic, everything fantastic, right? So this thing is the price of the high-level hotels, like the really swanky ones, and it looks like the quality of the low-level hotels. If only that was the only problem. So they want to make this kind of like an interactive LARPing, live-action role-playing adventure, and it doesn't work. Now, it nearly works. I'm going to explain what they should have done up front, right? It nearly works, but it doesn't work. Okay, so that time I went there over Christmas about 10 years ago, one of the happiest moments of my life. It was wonderful, right? It was absolutely wonderful. We're waiting for dinner, and I think it was December 24th, and Pluto was stealing some presents. Somebody, it wasn't really Pluto, it was a guy dressed up, okay? But was stealing presents from under the tree, and the staff was like, no, you gotta wait till Christmas morning. And it was lovely, right? It was freaking lovely. So the mistake they make here is they try and weave in a story experience. Well, one of the mistakes they make is they try and weave in a story experience into the actual stay at the hotel, which is too involved. It's too much, and it takes you out of the unreality of it. It takes you out of the fantasy rather than push you more, because it's silly. You're live acting, you're playing while you're doing stuff. The second problem is it's all in space, so you don't get to see any outdoors, and it doesn't actually feel very real. It feels like a hotel. What they should have done is built the hotel to look like a crashed Star Destroyer, and they should have said the local population turned it into a hotel, a swanky hotel. That way you could have the pool with, like a disused Scout Walker in it that would water gun. And it would have looked very Star Warsy. Would have had all that like intrinsic Star Warsy design, like the Imperial design going through everything, and it would have been in character. And you could have had all the people there in character, but you're not messing around with the story. And then if you want to do the story thing, which is actually pretty cool, and the whole thing about it being in space and the giant windows into space is all very cool. They could have made that a 3-hour experience. Like, let's say, and again, I'm just coming up with this on the fly. You go up in a spaceship to the Emperor's lost satellite home, right? And for a tour of it, and then you have a story like some ancient Holicon comes to life with the Emperor, and it resurrects the Emperor and Darth Vader, and you could have had, and you would have had to do stuff, and it would have been interactive, and then you go back and you hang out in the pool. See, the reason you stay on site at Disney is this: you get in an hour early to the park. So, and if you plan it right, I was there on December 25th, right? And we had done the entirety of the park. We were there at 6:30 in the morning. Like, listen, I'm Jewish. We don't do that much. We were there at 10 to 7 in the morning, opens at 7. We were the first ones in. I had a whole thing planned. Went this way, boom, boom, boom. Basically, we were done by 11. We went for the Disney breakfast, which is awesome, right? Absolutely awesome. And then by 12, after the parade, we're back hanging out by the pool for a few hours while everyone's walking, while the park's really packed and everybody gets these massive headaches. And then we go back about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and it's lovely, right? And it's lovely, and it all really works, right? That's the point of one of the points of staying on site. So that's what they should have done. Is it what they did? No. So we're going to do a full walkthrough. There's some influencers that have been putting out their videos on it. We're going to go do a full walkthrough, and you are going to see the mistake upon mistake upon mistake upon mistake that they make and these mistakes are not without a dollar value to them. These mistakes are going to cost them billions. I mean, I think literally, if you're talking about future earnings, no one's going to go to this garbage, right? Like, why? Why would you spend $6,000 for 2 nights in a pokey little room when your kids have to sleep in there with you without a window midweek? Why? Why? When you could go and stay at the much nicer hotels, much cheaper, and you would probably have a much better experience. This is just a complete and total fail, a breathtaking fail, a incredible expression of corporate malfeasance. That is the modern Disney Corporation. So there we have it, the tour of the Galactic StarCruiser. Oh, God help us. Enjoy. So this is their new hotel, Galactic StarCruiser, and they're going to lose a fortune on this.
StarCruiser! All right, we are on the way to board the StarCruiser.
Right, so the whole thing is supposed to be an interactive story. Doesn't really work. This is the best bit of it, I think. Though. This is how you get onto the StarCruiser.
All right.
So that's essentially a truck. Okay, they have that drives you to the resort. It just like backs up to them, and here you'll see. You get in. And like,
right, so we're now
windows, and they got like a lot of these LCD screens going. And look, hey, we see the problem straight away, right? Okay, although this looks very cool. Okay, that does look cool. However, have you spotted the problem yet? I've seen the problem straight away. And the basic idea is you dock at this hotel and you don't see any daylight for 2 days. Unless you jet down to the planet, which is you go to the park. And yeah, so far, I don't think there's one big problem. I don't think they've really solved.
All right, so we've just came out of the launch pad.
Yeah, so basically you get them. But okay, so this is the lobby.
And let's take a quick look around the atrium, and I can see.
You can see it looks like shit. Okay, that's what you can see. You can see it looks like shit. Now, what is it specifically that looks like shit about this? Okay, and I'll tell you. What was it that was great about the Star Wars universe? Right? What was it that's fantastic? That was like mind blowing, revolutionary. It was lived in. It was worn. It was dirty. It was dusty. It was oil. We hadn't seen that before, right? We hadn't seen it before. All we've seen is crap like this, right? Everything's squeaky clean and new. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. Now, that's the first big issue. The second big issue is the actual story. They have to immerse you in it, and it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work on many levels, but we'll talk about it as this goes along. This is a long video. We're going to whiz through things. It's now everyone says so Disney. I have to tell you, Disney, the service I'm used to for Disney is the toppest level. It's like the highest thing to us. It was fantastic. I used to love Disney.
All kinds of interesting characters.
Yeah, they're called nerds who work there who were like given free passes.
And not just the other bloggers. Some Star Wars characters as well.
It looks like low rent space 1999.
We definitely have found some interesting creatures over here.
Oh look, it's starting to break women.
So where exactly are we right now?
Oh, I mean, we're on the Halcyon. Have you ever been on a ship this big?
No, this is amazing.
I mean, okay. Again, I don't want to rag on it when I don't have to, but I think this is kind of cute, and I like how they're in character. That's kind of nice, right? That's kind of fun. But again, how is this Star Wars? It's like it looks awful.
Amazing.
Have you been in space before?
No, mind blowing. Hi.
Again, this is the captain, right? Yes, of course. It's a Karen. It's a Kathleen Kennedy self-insert again, like a Karen. And look at this. This is everything that's wrong about this. I mean, God's sake, this is not Star Wars. I'm sorry. This is awful. This is awful beyond awful. So, like, yeah, my aunt is going around saying hello to me.
You look like a very important person.
Let me password. Okay, fine. That's the bar.
This is what it looks
Again, doesn't feel like the cantina, does it?
like over behind.
The cocktails. I mean, again, all this is that extra, of course. That you spent $6,000, right? You spent $6,000, and you don't get a free drink.
All right, so we're going to come down the hall.
This is the most amazing thing to me, the room experience, right? $6,000, 2 nights, midweek.
Way of the Galactic StarCruiser here, and we're going to check out what a cabin looks like.
Okay, it doesn't feel like I'm in a Galactic. Feels like I'm in a hotel, right? You've already lost the. I know you're trying, but it's the story isn't working. You already lost the how reality has been broken.
All right, so we're walking.
Okay, now again, this is the same as like the cheap rooms at Disney.
Walking into one of the rooms on the Galactic StarCruiser here.
Look at nothing Star Wars about it at all. It's all pristine, clean, right? It's boring.
So as you can see,
it's a Karen-made Star Wars, made for and by Karens.
We've got the data pad here, which we'll show you a little bit more of in a second. Got a screen with some information. Got our porthole out, looking out into space. And then over here, we've got the bed.
Okay, wait a minute. I want to point this out. You're going out with your kids, right? You're going away with your kids. You don't want to be saying you want to be able to shag your wife. What the hell? What the hell? It's like what? Okay, can I have the cock block room, please? What the hell? I just spent $6,000. I'm not gonna get a lay out of it. Are you out of your mind? What the hell? Just close the door. No. Okay, I guess I'm not getting a blowjob. No, that's not happening. Kids are here, are they? What the hell? So I would have been livid at this point. I'm like $6,000 for this low rent, 1980s Buck Rogers.
Got your bunk over there. Looks like a little bit of storage under there. All right, let's take a look over in this direction.
Yeah, run.
And let's see. Bathroom.
It looks like shit.
Shower.
All tiny. Look at it.
And this over here is where all the important stuff happens.
Hello.
Okay, piss off with that. Okay, now I'm like, okay, looks nothing like Star Wars. Feels like as a hotel it fails, right? This is okay. Whatever was $120 in 2003, whatever that is now, $150, $180, $200. That's what that should be. That should be a $200 room. You want to add in cosplay and all that stuff into it? Fine, $300. More than that, off. So yeah, this is an interactive thing where you can get information and
Welcome aboard.
And of course, not Star Wars at all. Just Disney Star Wars. Makes me sick.
Hello, D3.
Let's fast forward a bit because I'm going to vomit in my own mouth.
Up to a Jedi caliber lightsaber. There we go.
Yeah, so they don't even have real retractable lightsabers. You have this like lightsaber game you can go and play, and it's like looks like shit. I mean, what are you telling? Okay, it's not that I play $6,000 and I'm not getting shagged by my wife. $6,000, they should have a decent hooker in the room as well. Excuse me. Instead, I get food. Right, maybe not like enough. Maybe I'm not like it. Maybe just get a little brown paddle. What is that?
Activities and storytelling.
Okay, so this is cool. I like the giant screen thing. Right, that's very clever, and they do a lot with it. Right, but
you'll see here on the Galactic StarCruiser.
Okay, it's just annoying me. You don't know
going on at once during our training session.
But it's very okay. This is kind of fun, but a little bit stupid. But I'll tell you what we're done with this in a minute.
Until we do, Halcyon is not.
Yeah.
It would be disappointing to find.
Okay, fine. So basically, what's going on is they're boarded by the First Order, and they got you as a crew member, somebody that has to have given tasks, like somebody got to distract the First Order officer and things like that. So it's like that's kind of, but okay. Here's what they should have. The story is all wrong, right? Story is all sequel trilogy. No one gives a shit, right? It was all First Order, Kylo Ren. No one gives a shit, right, about this shit. What they should have had, it built the hotel into out of like a crashed Star Destroyer on a planet where the Empire fought, right? And they turned that crashed Star Destroyer into a luxury hotel, right? That way you get all the Star Warsy shit and the luxury hotel shit, right? And then if you want to have like this like interactive thing, have it as a thing in the hotel that you could do. Like you get on a shuttle, it takes you up, and you're on the spaceship. You get this is a day thing you can do in the hotel, right? And only in the hotel, right? It will be like but at that point you're not trapped in it, right? You're not. Oh, it's so stupid. And then you could do, but again, don't make it First Order. But here, let's keep it going.
And that the captain was at the center of it.
I'm sure.
And of course, we must consider the actions of your passengers.
The Halcyon is a civilian star.
Given recent developments on Batu and our Star Destroyer, I'd say that's in question.
So okay, there's I like them interacting with the TV screen.
Every last.
Right, Captain.
And it's like, okay, the uniforms. There's nothing Star Wars about this, right? Why can't this be Rebel uniform? Why can't it be like 70s looking, or late early 80s, like Star Wars should be? Nothing looks lived in.
Obviously, you're standing right there. That data pad. Okay. It's that relay, yeah.
Okay, fine. I think the old interactive larky thing. If you're into it, fine. Whatever. Again, these stormtroopers, they look like shit.
Fine.
I'm sorry. That why not have an sequel trilogy? Put it in the Mandalorian time. Like that's what it should look and feel like. Idiot.
Discover your resistance sympathies.
And again, let's have this as an exhibit.
Now under the authority of the First Order.
You have no authority. And they did it when they launched the flag, it didn't even drop properly. They just stacked up there. And again, this Karen, I'm supposed to have some hope in this Karen's going to save us. Will you stop? Behave.
We must remain calm in the face of such power. That is not what I was going to say.
And again, look, what we're getting. Bit of dinner theater. Again, this is $6,000. This is $6,000 and I'm not getting laid. My kids are in my room with me. You.
Those of you who have been loyal to the First Order, well done. But there's still yet.
Oh, God.
We need your help.
Okay, again, this is kind of cool if you want to do this as a interactive experience, right? That's fine.
Practice range.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this tool, but
Yeah, which is a lot of this stuff. You don't know
Seems
what
pretty-
to do with.
Now we need to find these.
Okay,
the
fine.
food that you can
Whatever.
expect on the Galactic StarCruiser. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of the food we have
Oh,
here.
and look, for me, I'll be eating kosher shit. That's like an airline food if I'm lucky, right? And it doesn't look that. I mean, the food looks mediocre. This is ridiculous. Again, this is budget hotel.
I'm going to go for the meat. That looks pretty damn good. All right, so we're told this is bantha meat. I've never actually eaten a bantha, so we're going to...
And look, it's again another stunning and brave black woman, because that's this part. This is all the story group. This is not Star Wars. And can I just get a Jedi walking around? Again, there's none of this. Not a Mandalorian, anything. No, I got this instead. Really? I get nothing. I don't get no Wookiees.
Trim.
These are some of the crew members upstairs. They'll be massaging to guide you from muster stations.
Where are we heading?
Right this way, to a buster station, please, not a drill.
Again, you could. Oh yeah. And look who it is. It's got they got.
A drill.
This is what's the name? Kind of right. Who gives a shit? And like, who's like, who gives a shit?
I have everything under control.
Okay, right. This is just like.
Where is she?
Who are you trying to appeal to? Like, what type of Karen? This is just Karen. Like, there are enough Karens in the world. I mean, and again, the Karens who saw this. Now, we'll watch another video of this, little bits of it in a minute.
I don't know what you mean.
You talk. Are they?
Here, 1 second. And then here comes Ray, stunning and brave Ray, being stunning and brave. $6 grand. $6 grand. Not even getting a handle. Okay? Okay? I can't even wipe off myself. Picture in the room. Okay? And I get to watch Ray prance around, being stunning and brave. You. Oh, leave me alone. It goes on forever. The last thing anybody needs is more sequels.
That was destroyed.
Hold on.
You have your orders. Ready?
Literally, the captain is just sitting, shouting, shrieking. What happened to I love you? I know. Like, this could have been Cloud City. Oh, God, anything. This is just shit.
Hold fire, Cooper! The Halcyon.
Again, there's good windows.
All right, so that wraps.
And you don't even get yub. God, this is embarrassing. Anyway, here, yeah. You want to see who this is for? I'll show you I'll show you who liked it. Yeah, 1 second. Oh, I mean, this is just it's beyond embarrassing. Yeah. We're not going to watch this full thing because it's like half hour long.
Here we go. Going into my room.
See, this is who it's for. This is exactly who it's for. Okay.
Oh, man. Welcome to the Galactic StarCruiser. This is Disney's immersive hotel. Over here is where you're going to have a little table.
Again, she liked
They have
it.
here different dispensers. So you don't get little Star Wars soaps and shampoos to take home. It's all in a dispenser because that is more, I guess, eco-smart.
Yeah, no, that's cheaper.
Body wash. It looks like, and what a fake Star Wars story emergency on the ship looks like. Really awesome ways, but even little kids like
again, this is who it's for.
And of course,
this is who it's for.
Order.
And they're like, oh, it's cool, first order.
Very relaxing. Looking forward to it. Very cool. During dinner,
The
behind
gift
the
store
scenes.
and like.
Block, now move away.
We see. And again,
Extremely involved. You have this blend of Broadway level acting and improv woven together with some massive technology system that is taking all of our stories and coordinating it. I didn't really expect how deep, how
it's too much, right? They did the story they've
working together.
invested on. Yeah, let me say one thing. The story they invested on. It's just
a lot of
it's
fun
very
to see
Star
how
Wars.
much detail they put into everything, and I appreciate that. And the fact that all doors kind of open in a sliding way. Even the bathroom doors open this way. Sure,
I mean,
space,
again,
but even these.
This looks like garbage. I mean, again, $6 grand. Unbelievable. Here, let's see you go to Bounding the Comics that they talk about a little bit. Yeah, but I can't see how this is going to do anything other than fail massively. I mean, again, it fails as a hotel. It fails as a Star Wars experience, right? It just fails in every way, right? I don't see it anyway. Well, Disney announces Daredevil, The Punisher, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist to arrive at Disney Plus. That's interesting. And I kind of like Daredevil. Out of all those ones, oh, I gotta go see Batman. I really don't want to go see Batman. An actress actually says something that makes sense. Maybe we'll look at that next. Where is it? Yeah. New videos prove embarrassing first look at Disney's Star Wars Galactic StarCruiser. So a number of videos have taken inside Disney Galactic StarCruiser Hotel. The attraction have confirmed that, unsurprisingly, the company's latest attempt to cash in on Star Wars fandom may be even more disappointing in comparison to the price tag than previously imagined. I mean, it is. I would say embarrassing. I mean, like, again, if any of it was like this, it would have been much better, right? You know, but it wasn't. Taken by a number of press members and influencers invited to share the experience ahead of its official launch March 1st. Opening videos, and there's going to be a lot more. Of the actual hotel began to hit on February 25th, the day of the review embargo lifted. These videos were ostensibly allowed to be published in an effort to drum up hype for the hotel. Unfortunately, Disney instead has experienced experience that could stand to disappoint even the most dedicated sequel trilogy fan. I mean, yeah. The video shared by theme park journalist Brooke McDonald. It seemed not only that the previous teased live dinner performance by Twilight Gaia was unceremoniously was just as unceremonious as one would can imagine, with lights not even being dim to bring focus on the character on stage. She was also awkwardly backed by a Rhodian dancer / boarders known as Quinnan. Let's look at this video. $6,000, everybody. $6,000 for this. Right. As seen in footage taken by Attractions magazine publisher and Twitter user Dr. Disney. Guests can see watching Ray partake in decoding a Jedi hologram upon a success, an embarrassing tiny hologram with Yoda. Okay, yeah, I've heard, yes. This is funny. Yes, did. Hey, that's pretty cool, but like, why not make a big hologram? Yeah. In one of the attractions' other live performances captured by Thrillgeek, the First Order appears to storm the control room of the cruiser announcing the capture of the vessel. However, one of the stormtroopers is particularly having seen trouble properly hanging his banner. Oh yeah, that was funny. But okay, that's just being a bit of a dick, right? A little later in the storyline, recorded by Sky Talker, Kylo Ren menacingly appears before guests, only to be crumpled in a duel by Rey. As seen in the footage, once probably in one of the highlights attraction, this moment instead comes off as tired and hardly any energy. By the again, I think you're being cruel. Okay, I think they're putting their heart into it there. It's wrong. Okay. What should they have done for it to work? I mean, this is just beyond belief. It's like, again, the more I look at these cabins, the more I'm shocked. Like what? Okay, they should have again made it as a crash star destroyer, right? A crash star that the local company, the local residents had turned into a hotel. That way, it would have been a hotel, right? And it would have been. You would have had like daylight and pools and like walkers, and you could have made it, but no. It's just garbage. And these rooms. Oh, for God's sake. Say green milk or blue milk. Okay. But yeah, man, this seems like garbage beyond garbage. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.